So the first of the Distant Lands specials came out on HBO Max this week, and it's the special focused on BMO just titled BMO. They actually released the first 4 minutes of the special a couple of weeks ago, and I was very excited for it. The special is 44 minutes, so it's just as long as the finale of the show. We have BMO on his way to plant potatoes on Mars for the Mars colony, I guess. At least that's what we can gather from the short song that he sings. Then he encounters a spherical service droid who he names Olive, and that droid takes him to a faraway place known as the Drift. BMO sees that there's a lot of problems going on, so he's there to help. The main character that he interacts with throughout the special is called Y4 or Y5. And that's about as far as I want to go with the general plot of the special because I don't want to spoil it for you. So I'm going to go over some more general things before I go into some major spoilers. So with the humor, BMO is still kind of random with his dialogue, but there are some funny lines to contrast with the serious characters that works really well. And I like how Y5 and BMO's relationship grows throughout the special. There's a lot of really cool creature designs here, and some that are familiar. Like we see some of Cuber's species, and the rabbit species seems like the same species as that rabbit character from the very last Fiona and Cake episode. There's just a lot of really cool designs here, as well as the backgrounds. They look really incredible. There's a pretty good mystery going on about how this society works in all the different pods on this drift of this big space station thing. I saw one person point out in that how the characters are living are sort of opposite into how BMO sees things. I've watched the special twice so far, and I can definitely see that. Also, those different pods that are on the drift remind me a bit of Metroid Fusion, at least with the different environments, especially the jungle pod. I also really like Y5 as a character and how she grows throughout the special. There's actually some fantastic expressions from her. So overall, yeah, the BMO special was really good. And those were my thoughts without spoilers. Now I'm going to go into some more specific things. So, spoilers ahead. 3, 2, 1, you've been warned. So Mr. M, they don't outright say who he is, but that was definitely Martin. They leave enough clues to where you can pretty much guess it. One of the parts of the special that hits a bit harder is when BMO almost dies. I actually felt myself choking up just a bit, and I'm wondering if that's going to happen with the other specials. They still inserted some humor in there, so I didn't get fully choked up, but still. There's also a flashback to the last days of Earth that's in the same style as Water Park Prank. An interesting style to go with, but I like the little story about how the humans left Earth and became more alien-like. You don't know that they were actually humans in the beginning of the special, they were just called elves. So I thought that was pretty neat. Also, when BMO comes back to Earth, we see a young Finn and Jake, confirming that this is a prequel. I don't think all of the Distant Lands specials are going to be prequels, but maybe a couple of them. Or maybe just this one. But I gotta say, young Finn and Jake are adorable. I love that they kept consistent with that phase that Jake was going through. Alright, that's all for the spoilers. So yeah, I really enjoyed this first Distant Lands specials with BMO. It was actually a bit better than I was expecting, so now I'm even more excited for the next specials. So if you have seen the first Distant Lands special with BMO, tell me down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.